I know to keep an eye out for that. And this looked like it was in pretty decent condition. And then this one was probably the favorite one. I'm not gonna keep it. I don't like Harley Davidson stuff, but this is from 1990, but it's Santa Claus. All right, it's Wednesday morning, and we got the first sales for this video for this week. And first off, we've got this Polly Pocket. It's a pretty big one. This sold for 90 bucks by pay shipping, and that has some figures in there and stuff. And then we also got two of these Spider Armor, Spider-Man figures going out. We've got Kingdom of Hearts on GBA that sold for, I think, $20. Yep, $20 by pay shipping on that. And then this Disney pin, this was a nice surprise. Looked it up, and I guess it's like a restaurant or something, but this pin sold for $35 by pay shipping on this. And then we have the Bop It Beats, 20 bucks by pay shipping. Being John Malkovich, brand new on VHS. I'm not going to take it out of the bubble wrap, but that sold for like $5 by pay shipping, so not a lot there. And then finally, we got the Band of Brothers on Blu-ray and the Pacific on Blu-ray, brand new in their tins, and those, I want to say $35. Yep, 35 bucks by pay shipping on that. And that is the first sales for this video. All right, we're at Goodwill checking out, see what we can find amongst all these toys. Looks like they've got quite a bit of stuff they're bringing out. All right, so we're still at Goodwill. I found this Bambi with a tag still. Gonna get it. Then I saw this and I thought it just looked weird. So I decided to look it up, and it says Horsehead Squirrel Feeder. It's only $1.99. I think I'm going to get this too, because there are comps for it for like $10 plus $5 shipping. But I want to test it out and just see it, because the picture I saw was pretty funny, and if I can capture it on video, it would be pretty funny. $5.38 for Bambi and the Squirrel Feeder horse. And there you have it, our big haul from the thrift stores today. $5.38 is what we spent on Bambi, new with tag, and the scroll feeder thing. And our expected profits, if we do sell this feeder thing, it's going to be $14.11 for both these. So that's after you take out fees and shipping cost, and we should be left over with about $14.11. But I think we're gonna test this thing out. I got some string here to put it up. We got some feed to put in there, and hopefully we can capture it on camera what it looks like. But from the pictures I saw, it looks pretty silly. Well, it doesn't look like the squirrels have found it yet. It's gonna happen sooner or later. All right, it's Thursday morning, and we have like 19 orders going out. One person bought a whole bunch of pins from us, and we'll go over that. And then everything else is individual buys. I didn't see any messages from any YouTube viewers, so if you are, thanks for the purchases. Yeah, if you guys decide to ever find us on eBay and buy stuff, make sure you leave a message so we can definitely thank you personally. But for all the other people, thank you very much, even if you never see this video. So we'll go over these real quick. So we got the Disney pin. These Disney pins are starting to sell, but it's probably because I'm starting to list them. So anyway, we got this Animal Kingdom pin that sold for $9 for this one. And then we have this postcard, and I'm gonna have to go back to the computer to tell you how much I sold stuff for. But this Travel Lodge postcard, old vintage postcard, sold for, I want to say like $8.90 plus shipping. Let me find it real quick. $9.95 for that one postcard. And if you've been watching the videos, you know that I picked up a stack for like 40 bucks. We definitely got our money back already. There's some of those bins right there, like the AA2. There's a whole bunch of postcards in there. And then this was from an estate sale as well. And I don't even think we got charged for this when we went to that estate, so I don't remember. But it was an old Lego instruction booklet, and I want to say that sold for like $9. Oh man. Let's see. Yep, $9.59. $9.59 for this really old moon landing Lego instruction booklet. And it's not like in minty condition, but we disclosed that in the listing just so they would know what they were getting. And then another Disney pin. We got Mickey Mouse Safari. This sold for $9 as well. Check it out. If you watched the last video, we sold this baseball card pack that we found. And that whole bag was only 20 bucks at that place. I think that's the first thing we sold from there. I don't know. But that sold for $5.59 plus buyer pay shipping on the unopened Upper Deck baseball card pack from 54. I don't know. It says something about only like 9 a deck. Whoa. There we go. I just bent it all to hell. Like 9 players or something like that. I thought it said somewhere on here. I don't remember. Wait. Yeah, right there at the bottom. 9 card set. So that's going out. We sold some brand new cassette tapes, 90 minutes. Those sold for $18.99. Buyer pay shipping on that. And then we have the herbs on GBA. And it's not the mintiest. This was from that Pokemon estate sale, I believe, where we got all the Pokemon games. And that sold for, I want to say, 17 bucks or something close like that. We didn't sell it for very much. 15 bucks. If this label would have been in way better condition, we definitely could have probably got closer to 30, but since this label is like jacked, we definitely couldn't get that much money. And then you might remember this. Some more recent pickup from that one garage sale, Flash Black Classics. Sold it for $49. Buyer pay shipping on this, so keep an eye out for this one for sure. The other 2 volumes doesn't look like they sell for as much, but I don't know why. I didn't really do a whole lot of research, but just based off the listings, everything, there's fewer of these, so maybe they made less. I don't know, but 50 bucks for that one game. And then we have a Tuscan Raider going out. I think that may be the last one of those we have. And that only sold for like 5 or 6 bucks. And then, ooh, there we go. This is the Disney case, the trading pin case from that store that we paid 100 bucks for this case, and it was filled with pins. And we still have the other case right there. We haven't even got to that one yet to start listing. But this case alone sold for $31, buyer pay shipping. And I saw somebody out there, they had them, some seller out there had some of these listed for like 500 bucks, but I don't know. I didn't see any sales comps for that. So whatever, we're getting our money back. We're definitely making money off those pins now. I think we're in the profit finally. And then whatever we sell from that one case is all profit. And then we have Little Mermaid, Tiger handheld. I believe this is a newer one. I can't remember. And I don't have my glasses on to tell you the date or anything. But that sold for $15 buyer pay shipping. And that was probably like a $2 to $3 purchase at Goodwill. I don't remember where we got that. And then we got the Sims 3 going out on Wii. Don't remember how much that sold for. I'll tell you. Here we go. $5.39 buyer pay shipping on that. So we're only making like a few bucks on that. And then finally, the last order is this one person named J Girl. I don't know. She bought. I'm assuming it's a she. Maybe not. But she bought $110 worth of pins from us, and they paid 50 bucks just for these 4 pins right here. These Milan pins. This one alone, I saw sales comps for like $30 or something like that. So I was like, I don't know. We'll just say 50 bucks. That's half the price we paid for that. So, and then they jumped on that one. So I guess it must have been a good deal. And then they decided to give us offers on a whole bunch of these other ones, which wasn't too far off of what we were asking. And we're going to give them a little refund on shipping costs, because each pin had, so this was sold as a set, right? Plus shipping, 50 plus shipping. And then each of these individual pins here were, you know, like 9, 8 bucks, 13 bucks, whatever I listed them at, plus shipping, right? Which was, we automatically just say 5 bucks for shipping. So we're going to send them a refund, a partial refund on the shipping cost, because we're going to combine the order. And that's something they asked us. They're like, hey, do you combine shipping? And blah, blah, blah. And we're like, yeah, sure, we definitely do that. So we're probably going to give them, how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So $35 they paid in shipping. So they're probably going to get like 25 back, something like that. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, that is everything we sold today. And I haven't really looked at the estate sales, but I doubt we're going to go to one. But if we don't, we'll see you tomorrow. Oh, he's right by it. I think he'll stick his head up in there. Keeps getting closer. There's another one over there. Stick your head up in there. It's right above him. All he's got to do is stick his head in there. I think some of the grain fell out on the ground. So he's eating all that first. Hopefully he runs out soon and starts smelling the stuff in the horse's head. I just saw him look up at it. Oh, there he goes. What's he gonna do it? Do it, squirrel. Oh, he's gonna do it. Oh, is he gonna do it? I'll stick your head up in there. Oh. Oh, we're gonna have ourselves a scorce here in a minute. Dang, he didn't stick his head in there, he ran off. I'm gonna lower it just a little bit. It's Friday morning and we have 5 orders going out today, so we'll take it, that's for sure. So we've got a Star Wars Mandalorian, one of these figures. If you've been watching the videos, you've seen these getting sold. We still have quite a few of those. And then we also have a Spider-Man armor Mark 1, whatever you want to call that, going out. And then a Hulkbuster piggy bank from Think Geek. I don't know if you remember Think Geek, but they're no longer around. And we have, I think, only like 3 or 4 more of those left, finally. And those take forever to sell. And then we have this old landline phone. It's got the base down there and the cords in there as well. But yeah, see how the numbers are missing. Even like that, it's still sold for $10. And we probably paid like $1 for it at a state sale or something like that. And then buyer paid shipping on that as well. And then we have a Disney pin from that one Disney pin bag that sold for $12 for this one. Buyer paid shipping on that. And then we still have this bag. We haven't even sold anything out of this bag yet. And remember, each bag costs us $100. So we're already in the profit on the other bag for sure. And then this is left over from the other bag that we haven't listed yet. And the same with these. These don't have any backing, so we're slowly getting there, getting them listed. It's gonna happen. We'll get them all on there, and then hopefully they'll all sell eventually. We're at Goodwill. First thing Friday morning, see what we can find. How much is this? $20. We'll look it up. Alright, well, this Sony thing is not worth it. I just saw this. It's an Ewok with the tag still. Check this out. Build-A-Bear. Alright, we're going to take a gamble on this Cars Spy laptop, Mater laptop from VTech. It's only $2.99, so we'll give it a shot. We spent $6.46. Both of them were $2.99 each, so plus tax. Adds another 50 cents almost, but I think we do all right with these 2 items. All right, found a 360 controller. It's $5, so I think we're probably gonna grab this. It looks like it's in decent condition, just needs to be cleaned up. $5.39. Not bad. All right, I just stopped at a garage sale. I didn't have the GoPro out, but I bought a set of these, and there's another small one in there. And I gotta go get the rest of them, but for $10 for these old Corningware things. And I think those are pretty popular right now. All right, we're grabbing the rest. But it's like a realtor having the garage sale for the people. These are the other ones I got. And I got this book for my wife. She never responded to my text message, so she's gonna get it. You're okay. All right, let's see what they want for these.
Thanks for coming by.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go back and take one more.
Okay, sounds good.
How about for these salt and pepper shakers?
Oh, $3?
Okay.
I think they're silver. They're tarnished, right?
Yeah, they're like silver plated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are cool, huh?
And they have salt. All right, it was only $3 for these, and I saw sales comps for like $20-something. Well, we're at an estate sale. I didn't see anything online for this area, but I saw signs, so we're gonna go check it out. It looks like a nice place. Nice house. Give you a tour of the inside. Look at this.
You want me to go put sold run over there if I could, but 6. Oh, no, I need 6 of these.
6 sold signs we're gonna
Yeah.
put them on the top. So
I just put there, my phone number, 302.
That seems like a really good deal for this table. Close off. A bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays. Oops. PS2 controller. Somebody grabbed a whole stack of games. Paul grabbed this. SpongeBob. It's kind of hard to see in here. Yeah. Stereo theater room. Some old pictures. Check that out. How much does a barber chair go for? Oh, I'm just looking. Oh, nice. Crazy big kitchen. Pretty cool place. And the garage. Most of the house is blocked off. Well, the PlayStation 2 controller wasn't supposed to be part of this sale, but we paid $2 each for these, so we got 2 Xbox 360 games and Beavis and Butthead DVDs. I just thought it would be fun, so $10, all we spent. We are back from the thrift stores and the estate sale and the one garage sale, and these 3 items right here are the items we picked up from the thrift stores. We spent a total of $11.85 on there. And Wicket, I think that's who this is supposed to be, Wicket. I mean, it looks like him, but he's got the little tag on there still. A little bit of money we made in there. The Mater thing works. Watch his mouth.
Howdy, I'm Mater.
So that's, let me turn it off real
Later,
quick.
Mater.
So that's cool that worked. We were hoping it would. Nothing looked wrong with it. So that's going to get us the most profit from these 3 items. And then we also got the Xbox 360 black controller. And then we'll just have to, I think we got some backs for them. So we'll get some money out of that. And the total profit from these 3 items is going to be about $29.71 after we get our initial investment back. And then these were from the estate sale, these 2 games and the Beavis and Butthead DVDs. And they were only $2 each. This one's complete, and this will sell for about $15 on eBay. So that means we'll get about $6 to $7 in profit off of this. And then this one we won't really get anything, but we just grabbed it anyway because it's SpongeBob. It's one of those titles that, you know, get people looking in our store. And then these, I'll ask my son if he wants to watch them, any of them or not, before I try to sell them. But that's everything we picked up today. All right, Saturday morning we have 6 orders going out. So the first one we got is another one of these Spider-Man Armor Mark 1 toys. They are pretty cool looking though. And then you may remember this. This is that knife that we found in that one estate sale. And it was only $5 for this knife. We sold it for $20. Buyer pays shipping. Took best off on there. We were asking like $34, but I mean, we got it for $5. $20 plus shipping. We're definitely going to get some profit. And then we got an order of multi-passes. These sold for like almost $5 plus shipping, which they're out the door like 10 something. But we got those for free anyway, so we'll take that sale for sure. And then we got this Camaro, Coca-Cola Camaro. That sold for, I believe, $10. Buyer pays shipping on that. Yep. And then Kingdom Hearts, the story so far on PS4. This sold for $15. Buyer pays shipping. And if you've watched these videos, you know we usually buy video games for like $3 or less. And then finally, this 1968 Golden Magazine calendar. This is what it looks like. But that was picked up at an estate sale. Probably paid like $1 for it. I don't remember. And that sold for, I want to say 20. Yep, $20. Buyer pays shipping on that. We took best offer on that. I don't remember how much we were asking. I want to say it was like 35. But somebody offered us 20 and there's still profit in it. So there we go. That's everything we got going out this morning. All right, we're at the half off store. It's half off day for most of everything, but didn't really see nothing in the toy section. It's new. There was a 360 here that I was going to try to get, but somebody must have bought it at full price. Suckers. All right, so we're going to pick this up. It's going to be half off, $2.50. Nah. All right,
Don't
we
ask
found
him,
it.
he never
It
does.
was in the case, but for whatever reason, it was back here today.
He
So
never does.
we're paying half off for this.
What'd you get?
SpongeBob. All right, it was $18.90 for the 360. It doesn't have the hard drive, but that's okay. But we got 2 controllers. And then it was, for SpongeBob, it was, what was it? $2.70 for SpongeBob. All right, we're at Goodwill. And no gains this morning. Let's see what's down here in electronics and toys. Hey, look, there's some records. Those actually... All right, so it's $30. I just plugged it in, tested it out. This one seems to be working pretty good. This one, not so much. So I think we may take a gamble on this and just might keep this for myself to play records on. So we'll see. All right, we're gonna grab Lightning McQueen pillow pets for $3. All right, changed their mind on this. We're not gonna get it. It's just a little too beat up for me to warrant spending $30 on it. I mean, I'm sure it's worth it, but I don't know. I'm just not having a good feeling about it, even though it looked like it worked. But we are going to get Lightning McQueen. I leave. Unfortunately, it's not in there. It's Instant Sports Summer Games, but we're going to grab it anyway. All right, $6.26 for Lightning McQueen pillow pets and not Pokemon Brilliant Diamond on Switch. Ooh, some toys.
I know, he randomly barks at people. Well, that's cute.
Alright, didn't really see anything at that garage sale. Saw a sign on the side of the road. We'll go check it out.
Thing. Had the police
Alright,
officer
we're at a
sitting
garage
in
sale.
the restaurant.
Let the pastor know about all these.
Bar stools, talking to a kid
Because I
who
know
was
nothing about them.
running away from home. Starts with an R.
Oops.
Trying to think of who that is. Oh, it's a painting?
Yeah.
Huh.
Alright, they said up here and in the house too. I got some Harley Davidson stuff, some old vintage Harley Davidson stuff for now. Wonder if she has a stack of postcards anywhere. Ooh, toys. Is that all Beanie Babies? Looks like all Beanie Baby stuff. Alright, let's see what's in here. Oh my goodness. This is just a sign on the side of the road, nothing posted online. I'm kind of moving quick because the other person here. See what sticks out the most right away. Okay, so I haven't even made it out of the living room yet, but I keep finding these wonders of the wild crystal animals. And one was listed, or one they had here that said $5 on it. And it was bigger than this. So I've already got a couple in the bottom here. Now I'm just going around because the sales comp looks pretty good on these things. So I'm going to grab as many of them as I can, especially if I can get them for like $5 or less. All right, you're looking through the cookie thing, 3 for $1 or 50 cents each. Little cookie cutters, I like those, especially around Christmas time. I'm gonna have to dig through here. And this is the kitchen. Oh, he's broken. Looking around through here. Still got the living room to go through. Told the pastor about this place because of all the golf clubs. I don't know if he's on his way or not. All right, we're in the living room. Saw this. Gonna look through here, see what we can find. I don't know if any of these are vintage. Some of them look like it. We'll dig through here. We'll go over everything when we get back to the barn warehouse. I think there's more shirts down there. Show you what I picked up. All right, I think we're done in the house. Found this sitting out here, and look at the comp. $63.99 plus $14 shipping. Recent sale. All right, I spent $80 total on this box full of stuff, and that includes that whatever lady is sitting on the desk that sells for like $60+. But I'll show it all to you when we get there. I'm gonna see if the pastor's coming. I told him about these golf clubs, so might stick around and help him out. But yeah, $80 not a bad deal. At least I don't think so. The pastor's loaded up on clubs. Holy cow. Well, keep trying to make it to this one garage sale. I'll keep finding all these other garage sales. So let's see what they got. Alright, well, these people are moving too. And pretty much everything's for sale, I guess. Footloose. Well, it says more down here. DVDs. Let's see what's over here. Alright, nothing on the DVDs. Not for sale. See a Woody with a missing arm. Wonder if his hat's in there. All right, well, I've only found these, but these are for donation, not for reselling. So we're still looking. We're upstairs, by the way. somebody's cast. That's that room. All right. Well, this is all we got. All right. This is the garage sale I've been trying to get to, or moving sale, what have you, but kept running into all them other ones. Cute place.
It's not really set up for a lot more than that. So high to get bales up on. That's not fun.
You know, you gotta get a ladder to get in it.
Yep.
Yeah, we set it up like that, and then Christmas and Halloween.
A lot of stuff here.
Such like this, I might be able to use for like.
Need a kegerator. 7-Up one. All right, all we got was some mason jars for the missus, and there's a lot of stuff there, but it's mostly little kid toys and electrician stuff, which I am neither interested in any of that. So, but yep, there you go. I think I might have missed it. Looks like he probably dumped it all out of there. All right, we're back from the thrift stores and the garage sales, and I've been sitting outside trying to catch that squirrel putting his head in there, but man, he's sketchy when I'm sitting out there, so I just gotta be really sneaky and try to catch him. We're gonna catch him. It's just might take a while. So this is everything we picked up from the thrift stores. We got the Xbox 360 and the controllers there, the pillow pet, and the 2 games. This game right here is the comp. The only comp we put up for you is just selling this as a replacement case, not selling the game because it's not the right game. And I couldn't find any comps for just selling just this game cartridge alone. I found comps selling the cartridge with its case, but not just the cartridge. So if we sell this, this will just be an added bonus to the profits we're going to share with you. The expected profits we're going to share with you here in a minute. But it's Instant Sports Summer Games on Switch. So we'll have my daughter test that out, make sure that works. Then we got SpongeBob, the movie on PS2. We've got the Cars, Lightning McQueen, Pillow Pets. And then we got the 360. And the comps I'm giving you is for selling these individually, parting this out and selling it individually. Remember, we only paid $18 and what was it, 20 cents or something like that for just this right here. And if we sell these individually, the comps we have for this is like $11.99 plus buyer pay shipping. So we can sell those 2 separately, make sure they work. And then the comp for the Xbox is without a hard drive. So it was $34 without a hard drive and no cords, but we got a power cord with us. And I believe we might have an extra hard drive laying around that we can plug into this, make sure it works good and test it out and all that jazz. And if we do, that'll bring up the value, but the comp we gave you is just for selling this just like this without the cords and no hard drive. So if we do end up getting an extra hard drive for it and getting it working, we'll get more out of it. But as it sits for now, the expected profits is going to be about $29.37 for selling this stuff the way it is. And then that does not include any profit on that game right there. So if that sells for whatever, then that's just added on to that $29.37. And then we'll bring out the stuff we picked up from the garage sales. And this is everything I bought from the one garage sale that I had told the pastor about with all the golf clubs, that he grabbed all those golf clubs. So we spent a total of $85. We spent $80 at first, and then while the pastor there was still looking around, I found these 2 things right here, and she only charged me $85 for these right here. But this is everything we got. So we got all these shirts, we got some old Sturgis and Harley Davidson hat, we got this Harley Davidson Taz with well, I don't know if he's Harley Davidson or not, but he looks like a biker, but brand new with a tag. Thought that was cool. And then the crystal things, I saw this first and I thought it looked kind of interesting, and I looked up this Wonders of Wild, and I saw some of these were like $5, and I thought they were all like this, because if you look at it quickly, right, it kind of looks like the same little tag, but they're not. So the horse, the deer, the trout, and the eagle are all this Wonders of the Wild crystal from Germany, and I ended up paying, like, she said $10. I mean, you can split the difference between everything here. I paid $85, so you'll see. It was a pretty good deal. But this is, I saw comps for it right away, and they were like like 30 to 50 bucks on these horses, and the same thing with that deer, like was like 20 to 50 dollars for these plus paying shipping. And I made sure they weren't broken. They looked pretty good. So I think we're going to do all right on just these 4 crystal pieces right here alone. This I had no clue. It's just a hand-blown glass pelican or whatever this is. I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. It's got like a little fish in his beak there. Figured that might sell. And then the only reason I looked at this is because the pastor and I were talking a few weeks ago, and he had pointed out something that looks similar to this. And he said, keep an eye out for him. And I looked this up, and it's, I forgot what, I don't have my glasses on, but I want to say like Lennard's or something. I don't know. But sales comp for that was like $60. And so what, if we sell it for 60 bucks, then we almost got all our money back for all this stuff. And then I just went around, grabbed all these little crystal animals thinking that they were the same as this, but she was saying like $5 each for these. So whatever, you know, we'll still make some money. There's a sales comp for just this for $26. And then of course I got some old cookie cutters. Anytime I find old cookie cutters like this, I'll pick them out and sell them at Christmas time. And then this is like a biscuit thing. I'll probably take this over to the house, see if the wife wants it. Just grab this just because it looked like an old M&M magnet. So I don't know. We'll go with it. And then these are the clothes we got. Got an old Denver Broncos sweatshirt. It's a little worn, but you know, I figured somebody might like it. It wasn't very much. Toltecs. I don't know a whole lot about vintage clothing, but this one looks like it's a pretty old one. It's right there, 94. So we grabbed that one. We grabbed this old Broncos t-shirt. This is single stitch. I know to keep an eye out for that. And this looked like it was in pretty decent condition. And then this one was probably the favorite one. I'm not going to keep it. I don't like Harley Davidson stuff. But this is from 1990. But it's Santa Claus. Thought that was cool. And this is, I believe, single stitch on the sleeves too. And it's got the badging right here. And the 3D, I don't know. Something about this 3D. I don't know what about that. It seems familiar. I'm like watching a video or something. But I'm going to have to look this one up. And then we got this 2007. I know this isn't like super old, but I mean, in 2 years it'll be 20 years old. And it looked like it was in really good condition. A lot of these NASCAR shirts didn't look like they'd ever been worn. It looked like they just fold up and put in a box. So we got this one. And then we got this older long sleeve M&M Kyle Busch. And then another Kyle Busch M&M. And you got this Chase Authentics. I don't know nothing about this, but this isn't single. This is double stitch, so who knows. And this one I thought was cool because it had Tony the Tiger on here. I don't even know who this is. Looks like Kyle Busch as well. But they had a couple of those shirts. This was the best looking one out of those. And then this one, I guess they really like Kyle Busch. I didn't really pay attention to the names. And then this one was brand new. Still has the tag on there, and this is from 2015, so 10 years old. So who knows? We'll see. But we should be able to get our money back. And then we bought all these Christian DVDs. Figured we could donate these to the church. I don't know. This one's brand new. But I did look up comps on here on some of them, and selling for like, only paid $1 per DVD. And some of those were selling for like $10 pre-owned. So I guess if church doesn't want them, I guess I could sell them. I don't know. But anyway, that is everything for today. It was fun. And we did pick up some things from that last garage sale, but it was only mason jars for my wife, and I figured nobody's really interested in seeing those. So there you go. Monday morning, and we have 7 purchases going out today. So first off, we've got Toothless. This version of Toothless figure, I don't know what year, I can't remember what year it is, but sold for $12, buyer pays shipping. And then we have the Hinch Rat from Earthworm Jim. He only sold for $5, buyer pays shipping, but he was pretty cool. I have to turn his head upside down so that he fits in the box. We got that going out. We got the Pokemon Red. I think this is the last of those Pokemon games that we picked up from that estate sale. And that sold for, I think, $28. Hold on. $27. Buyer pays shipping on this Pokemon Red Rescue Team. And then we've sold 2 pins to the same buyer. and it was a total of $34 they spent on both these pens. And that was 2 separate purchases from them, but we'll ship them out the same and provide them a little refund in the shipping cost. And then we have a Loungefly Looney Tunes wallet. It looks like a TV with the Looney Tunes guys in there, and it's pretty cool wallet. Sold for 30 bucks. And then Jurassic Park on Game Boy also sold for $30. And that is everything we got going out today. All right, so I added another string to try to keep it from swinging so much, because they keep missing it, and they just keep dumping out real easy. So hopefully this might help keep it from dumping out so easy, and they have to stick their head up in there more often. All right, it's Tuesday, and we got a whopping 2 orders today. So the first one, we got Dragon Ball Z on GBA, sold for 35 bucks, buyer pays shipping. And then a simple little keychain, Ren and Stimpy, sold for like 10 bucks, buyer pays shipping. That's everything going out this morning. We're gonna head off to the thrift stores. All right, we're at Goodwill, no games. Browsing through here, hitting up the electronic stuff, see what they got. And the toys. Let's see what's over here. What the heck is this? Transformer Lego ad? Alright, Goodwill, nothing good there. Alright, we're at the half off store. Not really finding anything in here either today, so it might be a bust today. Alright, we haven't been to Salvation Army in quite a while, and since we didn't find nothing at the first 2 stores, we came here to see if there's anything, and we're going to pick up this Walkman, or whatever you want to call this, portable cassette player, and it's $3.99. I should be able to use my coupon on this. So we found some sealed VHS in here. We're going to grab these. They're $2 each, which is a little more than I usually like to pay, but the sales comp look pretty decent for some of these right here. These Maxwell Premium Grade. They look like that. T160s, 8 hours. $13.98 for 5 total of these sealed VHS and the cassette player. And we're back from the thrift stores. Didn't find anything at Goodwill or half off store, but Salvation Army worked for us today. Normally we've been trying to skip Salvation Army just because we never find anything there, it seems like. But today the roles were reversed. If you're watching these videos and you're enjoying them, we definitely appreciate it if you hit like and subscribe.
Don't just view it, do it.
And feel free to leave comments or ask questions, whatever, in the comments as well. You know, tell us how dumb we are for picking up VHS or whatever. I don't know. I'll definitely chat back with you probably. And this is what we picked up at the Salvation Army. So we got this cassette player. We paid $2.99 for it. They were originally asking $3.99, but we used our 25% off coupon on this. Got it home, tested it out, and the cassette part doesn't work. The little wheels don't spin in there. But all the buttons seem to work. The radio works. The equalizer works. So I don't know. The comp we threw up there for you was for a parts only one of these. And I think it sold for, what was it, $24.98 or something like that. But for the sake of our expected profits, we only calculated that we'll get 15 for it. So that's when I mentioned the expected profits. Just keep in mind that we're only expecting 15 for this, and then we have to recoup our costs and eBay fees and shipping for it and everything. And then we also picked up these premium grade Maxell 8-hour VHSs. They're all brand new. There's some standard grade ones, and they look very similar to this, but I guess the premium grades are way better. I guess, you know, it's called premium, so I don't know. People are paying more money for these, and there's quite a bit of comps out there for these, especially brand new. So we'll make a little bit of money off of this for sure. So the expected, and we paid $1.99 each for each of those. Normally I only like to pay $1, but that's usually at garage sales or estate sales. And can't really control the thrift stores. I mean, I guess I couldn't buy them, but I mean, you really don't run across this stuff too often. And when you do, it's always good to pick them up, especially if you can get them at a decent price. $1.99 is not too bad. There's still left some room for money in there. The expected profits, if we get what we're asking for selling this as a lot and selling this just as part, if I don't fix it, try to fix it anyway, is going to be about $12.52. It's not a lot of money, but it's better than zero, and it's almost at that halfway point where we're trying to get $33.33 a day, because if we can do that every day in the month, then that's like an extra $1,000 a month. Now we do better than that, but for the sake of people starting out, I don't know, I think that's a good, reasonable goal to aim for. $33.33 in profit each day, because there's oftentimes, if you've been watching these videos, where we're picking up something and we're making, you know, a few $100 profit off of stuff or whatever, or even like these Disney pins, right? We paid $100 for each case, and I've already made a ton of money off the first one. These are all from that first one that I haven't listed yet. So, and I think I've only listed one pin out of this so far, and actually two. It was a duplicate of this and a duplicate of that. They haven't sold yet because they just got listed, but we're slowly getting there. So anyway, we definitely appreciate you stopping by, and yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yo, CollectyBullz, we setting the tone. Reselling on a budget, yeah, we carving our throne. From the thrift to the bag, watch the hustle ignite. Low cash, big dreams, we taking this flight. We diving in the bin, sniping treasures on sight. Cop a vintage Wu-Tang tee, flip it under the light. No fast stacks needed, just a hustle that's pure. Turn a dollar to a dynasty, our vision's the cure. Thrift store moves, got the shelves on lock. Score a Game Boy Advance, make the profit go pop. Every vid's a masterclass, we spitting the code. How to spot that rare vinyl while the trailed on the road. From the curb to the come up, we crafting the art. Reselling with a grin, yo, we playing it smart. Proud through the chaos, turn scraps to a gem. Low budget bosses, we rewriting the hymn. We flipping with finesse, stacking wins on the fly. Making cash on a budget, watch us reach for the sky. From the thrift to the profit, keep the vibe hella raw. Tune into the channel, leave the doubters in awe. We keep it fun, yo, the hustle's alive. Low dough legends, but we built to survive. Smash that sub, let's run up the game. Reselling on a budget, we igniting the flame. We scanning for the gold, got the eBay app hot. Mercari in the clutch, turn a beanie to a yacht. Found a Charizard card in a dusty old case. Flipped it for the rent, now we setting the pace. Viz got the sauce, we exposing the face. Dodging all the scams, sidestepping the snakes. Hot Wheels in a shoebox, that's a collector's delight. Retro SNES, yo, we flipping it right. Laugh through the grind, keep the energy wild. Every episode's a spark, got the fans going wild. From the attic to the apex, we shaping the lore. Reselling revolution, yo, we kicking the door. We flipping with finesse, stacking wins on the fly. Making cash on a budget, watch us reach for the sky. From the thrift to the profit, keep the vibe hella raw. Tune into the channel, leave the doubters in awe. We keep it fun, yo, the hustle's alive. Low dough legends, but we built to survive. Smash that sub, let's run up the game. Reselling on a budget, we igniting the flame. Counters blowing up, yo, the fam, hold it tight. Shout out to the hustlers, grinding deep in the night. Every flip's a triumph, every deal's a spark. We lighting up the path, leaving trails in the dark. No silver spoon, just a fire in the chest. Turn a psychic to a kingdom, we the best of the best. From the tube to the block, we keeping it real. Reselling with a passion, that's the ultimate zeal. So ring that bell, join the squad, take a stand. Reselling on a budget, got the world in our hand. From the thrift to the top, yo, the journey's a thrill. Hustle never stops, we forever keep it real. Let's flick it, let's go. Comments blowing up. Yo, the fam, hold it tight. Shout out to the hustlers grinding deep in the night. Every flip's a triumph, every deal's a spark. We lighten up the path, leaving trails in the dark. No silver spoon, just a fire in the chest. Turn a psychic to a kingdom, we the best of the best. From the tube to the block, we keeping it real. Reselling with a passion, that's the ultimate zeal. So ring that bell, join the squad, take a stand. Reselling on a budget, got the world in our hand. From the thrift to the top, yo, the journey's a thrill. Hustle never stops, we forever keep it real. Glitch hard. Stack it. Let's go.